Hi, I'm Kyle Bryant,
And I'm Mary Lou Bryant.
and this is Bryant's 24/7. Now, most people think 24/7 means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For us, it is kind of that, in that we do spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week,
Together.
always. And that's good. We like it. It's because we have our own business in our home. And so we spend a lot of time together. The idea of the vlog title is a little different though, because we wanted to be transparent. We wanted to open up and just be vulnerable to our audience. The 7 for us really means
Married 4 times, married
married
three
3 times.
times.
The 4 times for me was the first one. We were both walking down the aisle, and separately we thought to ourselves, this is not right. We shouldn't be doing this. Marriage didn't work. It wasn't good. But out of it came my daughter, Krista, and that is a wonderful thing for me. Second marriage, it was a volatile relationship, and we decided to get married because we believed that we weren't doing the right things and we wanted to make it right. So by being married, that would have made it right. But we were really volatile, and that didn't last like 6 months. And we hid it. In fact, we hid it from everybody, from my daughter, from my family, from everybody. It was only after my brother-in-law Googled me and to see if I had been married or divorced, and he found out that I had been married a second time and then divorced. And so that kind of cat was out of the bag. The third marriage I had, we were not as compatible as we should have been. We had God in our lives, but we also were very individualistic, and we didn't mesh very well, and that didn't work out. In all the marriages, I had responsibility that I did things wrong. I was young when I first got married, and the last one, I did things that you shouldn't be doing in a marriage, and I take full responsibility for that. It wasn't that all 3 marriages were because I was a bad boy, but there were things that I know that I did that weren't right. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows that it wasn't my exes that were perfect and I was terrible, and it wasn't that I was perfect and they were terrible. We all had issues.
For me, my first marriage, when I was walking down the aisle, I thought it would be forever. And I believe he did too. However, from that marriage, I have 2 wonderful children. I have Sterling and Tyler. And between the 3 of our children, we have 9 grandchildren. So,
Yeah.
and they just light up our life. But through that marriage, I had an illness, I had some issues, and it just unfortunately fell apart. And there was a second marriage that, kind of like Kyle, I knew pretty early on that I made the wrong decision. And I blame myself for that. And I'm not proud of it. And that's water under the bridge. So after the second marriage ended, I took a break.
2 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I did some real soul searching. I did some deep praying and really asking God, does He want me to do this again? Because it kind of sounded crazy, but I really felt prompted by God that this is what He had for me. And
Then you pursued me.
and then he thinks I pursued him.
I believe
and
that.
I just let him believe that. But,
Sure.
it doesn't matter. It's 10 and a half years ago, and this is the result of
It kinda
what
matters
you
to me,
thinking.
'cause
I
you-
know it does.
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, it was not a long courtship. It was 90 days, and that was 10 and a half years ago.
Yeah, the
And
longest marriage relationship that I've ever had, and the best.
It's been, and wait a minute. The first year was tough. Let's not rosy coat this.
Rosy coat?
Rosy coat. Coating with roses.
Oh, okay, rosy coat.
Yeah, rosy coat. The first year was tough.
Yeah, it was.
And I think I know for me, it was just a lot of history and, oh my gosh, what if this goes wrong? I sat in that place for a year and just panicked.
You had a lot of tapes that were going from past relationships
Yeah.
that happened that were bad that you thought I was going to do by leaving you, by if we got in an argument, I was
Oh.
going to take off and all those things, which didn't happen, obviously.
No,
But
no.
those tapes are not what was real.
Yeah. So Kyle really helped me work through that, which I imagine was not easy for him. So, but here we are today, and we're together 24/7. We even have one car between us.
That is 24/7.
That's 24/7.
It has really been amazing. Not perfect. It hasn't been the greatest time of our lives every day. But for me, it's been the greatest time of my life in total. And so God has really put us together. He's knitted us together in a way that it's just, I can't even explain it. When I tell people how wonderful my wife is and how wonderful our relationship is, they don't get it. A lot of friends that I have don't have good relationships like that, and I don't understand it. And I'm just blessed for the fact that God has given me a wonderful gift in Mary Lou. As we mentioned, we do work out of our home, and what we do is food videos. We produce videos like the tasty type videos that you see on Facebook, the 1 to 2 minute recipe food videos. That's what we do, except we do ours for the food bloggers. They will send us a recipe, we will shoot the video, and then send it back to them, and they put it on their Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and their blog site. One of the issues that we have with our business is holding on to employees. Most of our employees are here for a short time and then they move on to jobs they really want to do. It's kind of a stopping point. Now, we did have one employee that was with us for 3 years. She started with us actually, and then she had issues with her family and they moved to another state, and so she couldn't do it anymore. But she was awesome. And if we find somebody else like that, then it will be helpful to us because then we can have consistent videos with our clients. One of the reasons why we decided to hire people was that when we started the business, Mary Lou and I were going to do it ourselves. Mary Lou was going to do the hands and pans where she was going to be on camera and do all that part of it, and I was going to do the production part, the editing and all that, marketing and such. And it got to a point where Mary Lou's health declined to the point of which she had to not do as much. And that's why we hired part-time people to do more of the work so Mary Lou didn't have to.
I have fibromyalgia. And that's going to be something I would like to cover on this vlog. I would really like to tell you my story. I've had it since I was diagnosed in '97, probably had it a couple years before that, but it's been a long time. It's been more than half my life, actually. And as I've aged, it's gotten harder, it's gotten worse. And I'm really, really focusing right now on how to minimize the symptoms, minimize the exhaustion, besides hiring people. But what can I do myself? And that's kind of the journey that I'm going to go on, and would like to kind of build a community of other people that have fibro. And I've just recently become a vegan.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
No.
I mean, it's great for you and everything. I'm never going to become a vegan. I'm not ever going to want to be a vegan. I never wanted to be vegan.
It works out well.
It does.
You give me the vegetables on your plate.
Yeah.
I give you the meat on mine.
Yeah,
so for us, it really works well.
It does.
Yeah. I'm not asking you to be a vegan.
No, please don't.
Yeah.
Because I'll have to say no.
I know.
Okay.
No to vegan.
No to vegan.
Yes to vegan.
Yes.
It's recently a new thing that I'm doing. It's a plant-based diet, and I'm not 100% on it, but I want to encourage people to do some of the things that I've done, as well as say, hey, I did this and it didn't work. And those of you that have fibro, or anybody that knows someone with fibro, you know that not everything works for everybody, and it really is a journey. It is not a let's find a quick fix and cure it or end it or cover it or any of those things.
And I've seen a change in you since you started eating vegan. You seem to have more energy, and you seem to be able to do more things because of you're not eating things that cause you pain, that cause you to slow down and that. And so I'm really excited for you to be the vegan in our family.
And that's part of the journey, will be what Kyle goes through, because it's been a journey for him too. When we got married, I was working full time, and I was a relatively normal human being.
You're normal. You're
really,
normal.
have I ever been normal?
Well,
yeah. It's been a journey for him, as it is for any spouse or just close relative to somebody that has fibro. And those are the things that we're going to talk about. And I also want to share my experience with what has helped me spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically as well.
You'll find on our blog that we're very creative. I actually do pen and ink drawings. Recently, I've been approached by some realtors to have me do drawings of houses that they've sold, and then they're going to give them as parting gifts to the owners that just sold the house. I'm very excited about that because I love to draw. It's very soothing for me. I'll be able to show you how I do it and the different kinds of drawings that I've been doing. It may be that you get some tips if you do drawings. I would love some tips from you too. One of the other things that I am doing is a blog called Dr. Pep Chef. Now, Dr. Pep Chef is a blog in which I use Dr. Pepper in the ingredient for the recipes.
Why Dr. Pepper?
Because I love it.
A little bit?
I love it a lot. I drink Dr. Pepper all the time. I probably shouldn't. I've tried to cut down to like 1 12-ounce can a day. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, so I'll have you go along with me and we will do recipes together. We'll have the recipe in the description of the video that I produce. If you love Dr. Pepper, if you love Dr. Pepper recipes, this will be great for you to gain new knowledge about recipes with Dr. Pepper and to have some fun. So you may even get some Dr. Pep Chef swag. I've got t-shirts and mugs and aprons that we created a couple of years ago. I may give those away. Who knows? Another thing that is part of our vlog is my journey to lose 150 pounds in 2 years. I am working pretty hard at trying to get healthier than I am now. I've lost 29 pounds so far. Thank you. And I'm working on doing it in a slow way so that I don't have a lot of skin hanging off. If I did it fast, I hear that happens. So I'm hoping that if I do it slow and consistent, that I will be able to lose the 150 pounds in 2 years. So,
are you going to be a vegan?
No vegan. No vegan.
No.
So right now, what I'm doing is I'm eating a meat and a vegetable in the morning, and it's pretty much the same meat and vegetable every morning. And I'm doing portion control. I'm doing the amount that I eat. I'm doing the amount that I eat per day. I'm also drinking more water. And I'm exercising on our exercise bike more than I used to. So you'll come along with me as we journey on to lose 150 pounds. The blog that I started was Kyle Can Do It. You can just go to the playlist and there they will be, all the videos of Kyle Can Do It. Many of you might have noticed that I kind of have a radio voice, and I also got a face for radio. I am going to take you on my journey to build a sound booth. You're going to watch me build it. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing, the materials. I bought all the equipment to put in the sound booth, and you're going to follow along with me as I try to do the best I can to become a voiceover artist. I'm going to send out audition tape. Well, they're not really tapes, they're digital. And I'm going to try my best to do a career in voiceover. Now, when I was a kid, I imagined myself being a voice of a character in a Disney movie or a Pixar movie. And that's really what I would love to do. Don't know if I'm going to get there, but I'm going to try. And you'll be able to tag along on my journey to see that.
I am really excited about this. I don't
Me
know
too.
if you realize I'm very excited about this because I believe that you are gifted that way. And I think that we're going to see you really take off from nothing. And that'll be fun to share.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Along with that, we have created this idea of doing a podcast. Podcasts are all over the place. Everybody's doing them. And I thought, hey, Mary Lou, let's do our own podcast. And here's what I thought would be a cool idea. We have created or are going to create a podcast called Good Night.
I love you.
Aw. It's going to be a podcast about a husband and wife. You'll follow along with us as we create that from the ground up. Once the sound booth gets built, we'll be in the sound booth. We'll show you how we're doing the podcast with the microphones. We'll even have part of a podcast on the vlog. It's going to be pretty exciting. I'm excited about that because I think it's going to be fun to start a project from the ground up and see where it goes and see what we can do and how it develops.
And we just got this idea because we do this. We lay in bed at night and I may want to share something funny with him that happened during the day that I wouldn't really share with anybody else. And we can just sit there and laugh and laugh, or something sad and cry, or something, just very intimate that you only share with that one person.
We are developing a charity for veterans. We really feel strongly about helping the vets. We believe the vets are not being taken care of as well as they should. And we wanted to do something. And for us, we don't have a lot of extra money that we can give or donate. We don't have a lot of time, and we don't have a lot of energy. We're old. We're grandparents. So we thought, what can we do? Well, we have the equipment, the video equipment, and the knowledge. I've been producing videos for 30 plus years. We thought, well, what if we were to take one veteran that was helped by an organization, do a 3 to 5 minute video, testimonial with that veteran, and then put it on a YouTube channel and have hundreds of different organizations with testimonials by one single vet. And we're calling it One Veteran Speaks. We're hoping that by having all these different videos with all these different organizations, that they will be helped. The veterans will be helped and the organizations will be helped. They will get more volunteers, or they may get more donations, or whatever it might be. We just feel strongly. My dad, my mom were vets.
And my dad was a vet.
Yeah, and we have a heart for vets. I have many friends that are vets that have come home and are struggling, and we're just trying our best to do something. We just felt like God's telling us, you got to do something. And this is what we came up with. And we're hoping that it really helps.
Wow, we have a lot going on.
Yeah, we do.
We have just many things in our lives, and we just want to share those things with
Absolutely.
you. We feel like maybe we can inspire some people and encourage some people. I mean, that is one thing that Kyle and I share in our hearts, that we really love to come alongside people and put our arms around them and help and encourage them to do whatever it is that they need helping with.
Absolutely. We're excited to have you join us on our journey with all our projects, all our creative ideas, the things we want to do to help other people. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, tell your friends, share, hit the like button, do all those things that you're supposed to do in YouTube world, which we're still learning. But thank you for watching this intro to Bryants 24/7. Good night.
I love you.